Okay, Severe MMA here with Matt Hallam ahead of his title fight for the middleweight title on BAMMA 29 in Birmingham in a couple of weeks' time. Before we talk about the fight, Matt, where you been?
Mate, well, apart from a lot of holidays and enjoying myself, just really feeling like almost retired, you know, because I'm an older competitor, 38. Feel great. It's not about the age, but I'm just involved in. I've got a good business that runs on the coast, so I just set myself into there working. It's a lot of commitment, you know. Every fight is a big commitment. You know, all the guys out there training towards and in their careers and towards the fights, they'll understand what I'm saying. You know, it's when I'm taking a fight at that level, I need to be away in London training and being involved with London shoot fighters. Unless I'm down there 2-3 times a week, them guys are not going to take me seriously. They're not going to be in my corner. I'm not going to take a fight without them guys. So basically just took a lot of time out. After I think it was my fight with Dinsdale, I was out for about 2 years nearly. You know, it must have been probably about 18 months. I was on the sidelines just sort of like enjoying life and working, and then just really missed it. You know, come down training with Jimmy at John Skillen's, and ended up going back down to London shoot on a potential fight offer, and I was like, yeah, okay, let's do this. Back on BAMMA, which was nice, and so that came through, and I was like, so I was going to fight. I can't remember the Irish guy, Connor Cook.
Yeah.
So they got me up and running for that fight. Obviously travelled to Dublin, didn't happen, which dragged it out a little bit longer. So then still prepared for Prosco. He got injured, and then fought Bergman. Obviously last year, this time, the same sort of time. Yeah, 2 days difference, I think it is on the date. So on the 14th I fought him of May, and so that was a year ago. But then again, you know, when I fought him, that was amazing. You know, just to be cornered by the London shoot guys, Alexis and Paul, and obviously Jimmy was in the corner as well. He's been there from the beginning of time for my career, and just to be cornered by them guys and fight on that show again in front of the crowd was again amazing for me, and just reliving the moment and all the emotions. But I still didn't enjoy my performance. I got a great win over a tough guy, but nevertheless, I would really like to show people what I'm actually capable of. And when they came back with this fight, the world title fight, which is already amazing against anybody, but against Yannick, just makes it all a little bit more interesting. And you know, let's nail that one down. How could I not get off the sofa for that one?
Before we move on to like Yannick, it was rumoured that it was going to be you and Andy Devent for the strap. Was that ever offered to you? Or?
No, there was speak of it. You know, like I really like Andy. Always speak to him. Very respectful guy, great fighter. But obviously, you know, and I'm sure he would say exactly the same. That if you're offered a world title, how can you turn it down against? It doesn't matter who it's against. So, you know, that was spoke about. Not really. Nothing was ever confirmed or no paperwork, anything like that. So it was just words in the wind as such.
So the name Yannick Bahati was obviously sent to you. You guys have got history. I'm thinking 4, maybe 5 years ago, you guys fought.
Yeah.
And Fight UK. Things didn't go your way that night. Give us your thoughts on the fight.
Yeah, well, you know, it's pretty simple, really. I mean, it's not as simple as a win or a lose. You know, that fight we're both very different fighters now, I'm sure of it. But 4 years ago, yeah, you know, it was just clutched from me. I feel that I should have nearly finished him in the first round, but that's how the fights go. You know, we can analyse it, and I'm sure people go, yeah, but that's how the fight goes. You burnt yourself out, and then in the second round he had his way. Well, yeah, okay, cool. That's how the fight went. But I look at it as experience, and where we're both now. This is a totally different new fight coming. We could be totally different people. How we fight, how I fight, definitely, and what I've seen of Yannick and where he's come to now in his career, he's definitely a different fighter. So, you know, we're both going to come in there, and it's going to be something new. It's going to be definitely exciting. It is, but I don't really think about the old fight. I've got 2 losses on my record. Neither that I think when I stepped out of the cage have I woke up the next day and thought, I would never be able to beat that guy. I've stepped out of the cage both times and thought, fuck's sake, that's my mistake. Sorry for swearing.
It's all right. when you heard the name Yannick, like, did it light a fire under you? Do you want that sort of, let's call it redemption, or did it not matter? It's just a title fight. It's just a fight that's going to be doing it for you.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I'm more bothered about the title. Much more bothered about the title. I'm not emotionally attached to my loss against him. I think the crowds and the people are more attached to the loss. I'm more interested in performing and getting a belt. Okay, so it's just something exciting that I think the promotion's done a great work putting it together and getting us both together. What I do find interesting is that you don't really see a lot of guys on the domestic scene fighting at that level again against each other. You know, so it's nice because I feel that we're both steamrolling in a career, and we've both come up again, and we're going to meet again. And wow, you know, that's great. It is great for the MMA.
When that fight happened, that's what our feelings were at the time. It was like, you know, we love seeing good fights, but maybe you guys met slightly too early in your careers. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's the difference between the Matt Hallam then and the Matt Hallam now? Obviously, down at Shoot Fighters, how big of an improvement are they making in your game?
Yeah, you know, I could break it down pretty easy, really. The difference in how I fought then was I was a big guy. You know, I'd come out. I've always done contact sports, but I was doing a lot of weights. I was stacked. I was big boy. Was all the team that was with Team Roughhouse was basically the guys training each other. You know, good guys. Don't get me wrong. You know, you got obviously Jimmy was. I'm probably going to say Jimmy Warled a lot of times in this interview, but he, you know, he was there from the beginning. He did a lot of the coaching then, and you had people dropping in and out like Dan Hardy and Paul Daly. All these guys, they was the coaches. So there's coaching, fighting, and now having a perspective of being at London Shoot, having a striking coach, a grappling coach, wrestling coaches down there, and a head coach, and just being allowed to get on with it, not thinking about what I need to do. I'm just getting told what to do, and they've developed my style massively, you know, and it just gives me more confidence. Whereas before, you know, 4 years ago, I was basically just able to fight. I didn't have any fight systems. I probably had sections on the pads and grappling sequences that was okay. Compared to now, I wouldn't even warm up with them. And you know, that was the kind of guy I was then, and I was winning my fights because I was just tough. Okay, so it would carry so far, and that's where I found that chasing a knockout is not going to win fights because you're going to hit guys and they're tough they are. So now I'm just going to enjoy it. I enjoy my fights, and I'm prepared to carry them 3 rounds. And if I get the openings and opportunities, that's where I take my win.
You're not going to thank for bringing this up, but there's been a bit of trash talk on social media between the two of you. It's like, how do you play into that sort of game like?
Yeah, I'll be honest, it's not really me. I don't think that people perceive me to be a trash talker, but I'll be honest, you know, I'm confident in my abilities. But how can I not respond to someone saying they're going to open a pussy up on my head? You know, I'd be an idiot if I'm not going to respond to that. You got 2 sides of it. You got someone saying you're going to open a pussy up on my head, or they're going to finish me in the first round. I'm involved in that fight. I'm going to respond. I don't believe that he can finish me in the first round. I believe he's in for a big shot. Opening a pussy on my head, but the guy's got a nickname Black Mamba. I'm a bit worried about this as well. It's not a porn show. It's an MMA show. So yeah, you know, the bullshit aside, I just stopped him there. I was like, well, let's see. Don't gas yourself out if you're going to try to put a pussy in my head. But also just bullshit. Just blah blah, boring man. Let's just see what goes on.
So come BAMMA 29 fight now, what's the perfect performance look like for Matt Hallam?
Perfect performance. Opening round, move forward, see what happens, respond to his movements, show where I'm at, and put the guy clean out. That's it. I didn't tell you anything secretly there, did I?
No secret moves?
No secret moves there. It's all mysterious. Yeah.
Well, looking forward to the fight, mate. I can see you've got a list down by your foot. Any sponsors you want to shout out?
Okay, well, I mean, there is a massive thing what's happened where I come from in Boston, a very small town, Boston and Butterwick, and it's been overwhelming, you know, the support that I've had from the local communities. So they've all mucked in. I'm going to just thank everybody now. First and foremost, London Shoot Fighters, the coaches Alexis and Paul, supporting me, and I don't always spend a lot of time there, and I come down after a year, call them up, and they take me in as one of their own, and the teammates down there are amazing as well. So awesome for them. Wolds Way Meats, them guys send me all my meats and food every week. Smart Move, supplying, financing my stays in London. Smith's Electrical UK, Electric Centre, and the FES Boston Centre, they're like electrical companies that sponsor me. New Era Gym and 100% Gym for access to all the facilities there, and obviously John Skillings as well. Philip George, barbers, making me look sharp. Oliver Galvin and Weston, Tattoo Boys, looking after me on my tats. And obviously Carolina Buchek for supporting me throughout my fights and my career. And she cooks all my food every week. So she looks after me massively, making it very easy for me. And that's it. And also thank you, Yannick Bahati, for taking the fight as well. It'll be great. See you on May the 12th, BAMMA 29. Boom.